Yo, what up though, fellas? Back at it again with another video. Cause we improving every day. Today's video topic is gonna be dissecting the differences, between a gentleman and a simp. A gentleman and a simp. Where is that line? Where is that line getting crossed? What are the definitions of each? Because what I've come to realize throughout the past, 6 months to a year, as this red pill information is getting more popular in regards to female nature, there's this small demographic of guys who have, for whatever reason, whether it's on purpose or they don't even realize they're doing it, but they've started to reveal how they really feel about women. It's a lot of guys out here that really just don't like women, bro. Like, in the back of their head, they have this axe to grind with women, just females in general, and I don't know why. It might have been because when they was younger, they might have had some extraordinarily bad situations with women. Might have got embarrassed in front of a lot of women, might have got embarrassed by, a bunch of women. Might have some mommy issues. I don't know what it is. Maybe they female teachers ain't like them in school. I don't know what it might be, but a lot of these guys have this grinding axe with women. And a lot of these guys are guys who they hate on other guys who have positive relations with women. You feel what I'm saying? Guys who respect women, do nice things for women, say nice things to women. Guys who don't be out here disrespecting women. The small demographic of guys are calling those guys simps out of envy, out of jealousy, because they can't seem to understand why a man will respect women, treat women right, be nice to women, because in their life they've been treated wrong by women. And so they've blurred the line between what a gentleman and a simp is. So I want to give a distinct difference between the two. Dissect what each one means and what each one isn't. So let's start with a gentleman. What is a gentleman? I'm a gentleman, right? I am a gentleman. What does that mean? Being a gentleman means that I have principles and values, codes on how I treat women. Other men as well, but we talking about being a gentleman towards women in this video. I have principles and codes on how I treat women, you know what I'm saying? Because it's how I want to treat women. It's what I think is right. It's how I was raised from a very young age. I had a teacher, my first teacher, pre-K. I was 4 years old. I had a teacher named Mr. Red. And he drilled in our heads as young boys, 4 years old, that you are supposed to respect women, right? You need to be a gentleman. You are to be a gentleman. You are to be a gentleman. I am to be a gentleman. So that's what I've done throughout my life. That's just what I've done. That's what I've always done. And it's how I will. That's how I will act, And so what are these principles and what are these codes? It means that when I'm with a woman, I'll respect her and protect her. It's pretty much them two things, by default. Now, of course, when I say respect, I'm just meaning common decency. This is if I don't know her. Like, if this is just some random chick, I don't really know her, she will, of course, give my common decency. And if I'm with her, whatever we might be doing, then I will protect her. You feel what I'm saying? If we walking on the sidewalk, I'm walking on the outside of the street. If we coming from outside into a building, into a space, and let's say the outside is real rowdy, outside might have a bunch of potential dangers, but inside is clear, I'm gonna open the door for her and look around, making sure that ain't nobody, following us into the building. Ain't nobody, trying to run up on us, hit no licks on us. But if that were to be the case, I'ma be in the back while she going into the building. And then on the flip side, if I know we going into a building that's got, it's full of people, crowded, might be some rambunctious activities going on, and the outside is clear, then I'ma open the door and go in first. Because I need to go first in front of the action. She don't need to be in front of me going into the action. I need to be in front of her going into the action. Because that's part of my code. That's how I protect. You feel me? And that's just two small examples of the protection part. And then just the respect part is just things like, opening doors for women, saying, hey, what's up? How your day going? If it's an elder, I may say, miss, how you doing, miss? How you doing? You doing all right, miss? That's cool. But I'm doing these things for me. I'm not doing these things to win favor. Now let's get into what a simp is, right? A simp is a guy who, man, oh man. A simp is a guy who does all these things to win favor with women, right? Even if it's something they don't want to do. They doing it because they think it's going to get them some kind of extra favor from women, whether they trying to get the draws, whether they trying to make the woman fall in love, no matter what. I don't know what they might be trying to do, but they trying to win some kind of favor. So me being a simp, right? Let's say I don't even like opening doors for people. Let's say I don't even like opening doors, but I'm out with a chick, right? We meeting up, or it's a date, whatever it is. In my simp brain, I'm gonna open the door for her because I'm thinking that it's gonna make her like me. It's gonna make her more attracted to me. That's why I'm opening the door. I'm not opening the door because I want to open the door. I'm not opening the door because I want to be protective over her in this situation. I'm not opening the door so that I can, look at my surroundings, observe the surroundings before we go into this room or into this building. I'm doing it because I think it's going to win me some favor. An example with me would be this, right? Pulling out chairs. If you go into like a dinner table or something, pulling out chairs. I've never in my life pulled out a chair for anybody, except maybe like my granny or maybe my great aunt, elders. Besides them, maybe if that. I've never pulled out. I don't even think I've ever seen a dude pull out a chair in real life. Like I've never been told to do. It's just something I've never done, and it's not something that I would probably do anyway. It's just not. And so if I was to be a simp, right? Excuse me. Let's say I'm out with a chick. She cold, she bad, dressed up nice, looking nice. We going out, getting some grub. We going out getting some vittles, getting something to eat. We walk up to the table. If I'm a simp, right? Even though I ain't never pulled out a chair in my life, I'm gonna pull out that chair because I'm thinking it's gonna give me some kind of favor. I'm thinking that she gonna start thinking, oh, he's such a gentleman. Oh, wow. Let me put him at the top of my priority list. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? That's not me. I don't pull chairs. I don't pull chairs. Opening car doors, I ain't never opened no car door. Unless we somewhere like, for whatever reason, if we was somewhere in the hood, like somewhere dangerous, potential danger, which I wouldn't really be taking no chick anyway. But say we pull up somewhere in the hood, I tell her, yeah, stay in the car real quick. Go around, observe the surroundings, then open the door for protection reasons, for safety precaution. If we in some suburban area, or if we in some downtown area, real nice, real bright, ain't no violent activity, potential danger is very low, I'm not opening her door. That's just not what I'm gonna do. I've never done that. Like I said, unless it's for safety, I'm not opening the door. It's just not something I was taught. It's not something I've seen. It's not something I was told. Nah, there's plenty of dudes out there who do open car doors. There's plenty of dudes out there who do pull out chairs because that's what they were taught. That's what they want to do. They have their own reasons for doing it. So they do it. They do it because they want to do it. They not doing it for the woman. They not thinking I'm gonna pull out this woman's chair so that I get some extra favor. They not thinking I'm gonna open this woman's door so that she'll be more attracted to me. That don't even make sense if we being real. But you know, we all done thought it before. You know, when you younger, teenage kids. A gentleman has codes and principles on how he treats women. I'll put it like this. This is the best way I'm gonna put it, right? A gentleman respects himself and respects women. A simp respects women but don't respect himself. Because while a gentleman still respect women, still treat women nicely, still protects women, it's still his self-respect first. So he not gonna be letting no woman, disrespect him, treat him like any kind of way, acting wild towards him, around him. If she doing something that he don't tolerate, he not gonna let it keep happening. So yeah, while you respect them, treat them well, protect them, you still keep them in check if they get the bucking. You feel what I'm saying? If they get the bucking, if they doing something that you feel is disrespectful, something that you feel ain't right, something that you don't tolerate, some kind of behavior you don't tolerate. Like when I'm out with chicks, I don't like them being on their cell phone. I don't like them being on their cell phone unless, if it's a parent, like if it's their mom or their dad calling them or something. A sister, if it's a family member where it could be a potential emergency, then, I ain't tripping. But being on Instagram, Snapchat, social media, on the internet, when, just doing miscellaneous stuff on the phone, I don't do that. I don't do that. But if I'm a simp, I'll probably be afraid to say something even if I don't like it. I'll just let her do it. Cause I'm gonna be afraid. Oh, if I tell her that I don't like her being on her phone, she might get up and leave because she doesn't like me. She's not gonna like that I said that, so I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna just let her do it. That's what my simp brain would say, right? If I was a simp. So don't get them twisted, bro. Don't let this small demographic of dudes who have this grind, this axe to grind with women, take you out of your principles and codes as a man. Don't let them sway you away from being a gentleman just because they might call you a simp. Because the only reason they might call you a simp is because they've had bad experiences with women. So they just don't like them, flat out. Flat out. So I'm gonna end it here, bro. Know the difference between a gentleman and a simp. A gentleman respects women, treats them nice, treats them well, protects them. If she's shown, great behavior over time, then yeah, he'll do something nice for her, buy some flowers, take her out somewhere, cook her a little meal or something, if she earns something like that. Protect them. If y'all going somewhere potentially dangerous, then you put yourself first. You put yourself on the front line. She behind you. You leading the way. But if she start getting disrespectful, if she start doing something you don't like, then you check her on in a respectful way. We ain't cussing and yelling at them, calling them all kind of names and profanities. We ain't doing that, because that's weak. If we being real, that's weak. It's a respectful way to do it. She on her phone, we at the table. I see it's just some miscellaneous. It ain't a parent or a sibling. Hey, why don't you put your phone away for me? I don't like you being on your phone too much. Can you put your phone in your purse for me? Thank you. I ain't saying, I ain't even gonna go into example, but I ain't cussing her out. I ain't getting up and yelling, beating my chest, trying to establish dominance. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing no goofy stuff like that. It's a respectful way to do it. But a simp lacks the self-respect. They put the woman on a pedestal. They do gentleman-like things with simp intentions. If I'm a simp, I'm holding that door to get favor. I'm pulling out that chair because I think it's going to make her more attracted to me. I'm opening that car door because I think she going to like it. I'm buying her flowers for no reason. I'm taking her expensive places for no reason. Doing stuff for her for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.